Number 8, all customers have hidden and admitted needs, and it's the sales warrior's job to solve both. Every single person on earth has 6 primary human needs. They need certainty, which is the feeling of safety and security. They need variety, which is all about excitement and change. They need significance, which is feeling important and wanted. They need love and connection, which is all about feeling unified and approved by others. They need growth, which is the feeling of progress and development. And they need contribution, which is feeling like you're giving and serving the lives of others. Tony Robbins developed this concept, which is an evolution of Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs. These needs apply to everything in life, but when you apply this concept specifically to your sales, it becomes the single most game-changing way to improve your customers' lives. Everyone psychologically needs all 6, but not necessarily in the same order. Maybe you have someone in your life who volunteers their time every weekend and spends weekends serving at various local nonprofits. They have a high need for contribution. For me, I'm constantly finding new conferences and courses to take because my highest human need is growth. The same is true for your prospects. It doesn't matter whether you're selling to a consumer or you're selling to the CEO of a Fortune 50 company. They have to have these needs fulfilled. A high-level decision maker needs certainty because they need to know they're making the right decision for their company. A consumer needs certainty because they want to feel like they're making the right decision for them. In the end, it's the same human need. Remember when I said the only reason people buy anything is to improve their life? The reason they need to buy from you and improve their life is because they don't have one or several of those human needs met. Those needs aren't being fed by what they currently have, and so they're trying to figure it out. The sales warrior realizes they are the only true choice because they know how to figure out what those missing needs are and embody them for their prospects. So for instance, let's say you're going through your selling process and a prospect tells you, "Look, I really just feel like I'm paying too much for what I'm currently getting." Boom! In that moment, they lack certainty. They're feeling uncertain about the value of what they currently have. A sales warrior pounces on that. They can now become certainty for that prospect. They consciously build up certainty in their prospect by focusing on value. That's how you become the missing need. If you can connect at least 3 of your customers' human needs to what you sell, you'll create an addiction to your brand. They'll feel connected to it and will keep coming back as long as their needs are continually met. If you connect all 6 of their needs, now you've created a super addiction. That's how you create an A+ referral source and a client for life.
So Jason, all customers have hidden and admitted needs, and the sales warrior's job is to solve both. So here's the big glaring question that I have, which is, how do you solve a hidden need? I mean, you talk about the 6 human needs, and I love that, but how do we know and find out what those hidden needs are so that we can solve them?
So I think it's important to always ask what we call 3 whys deep questions. And so it's never really the first why, So let's say a customer's looking at buying a new home and they say, the reason why I need a new home is because I want to put my kids in a better school. Okay. Well, what's the why behind that? Well, the why behind that is because they feel like their kids are not getting the proper education they need, and they want to, of course, give them that proper education for their future. Okay, well, what's the why behind that? Well, because in their current school, they've had lots of kind of straight C's, and the kids they're hanging around with right now, they're getting in fights, and they feel like that the friends they have, it's just not going to lead to the best outcome for them in the future. Okay, well, what's the why behind that? Well, the why behind that is they're worried about not just their college career, they're worried about their future jobs, they're worried about them never leaving the house and staying with them forever. And so I share that with you because you got to go as many whys deep as you need to be able to solve the real problem. And I just think, again, I think that when you start talking to a customer, there is a subconscious desire to improve their life in most cases, a subconscious desire. Sometimes the customer's ready to go. Sometimes they know exactly what they want, when they want it, why they want it. It's real clear and you're good to go. But in most cases, there's some subconscious reason And your job is to go as many whys deep as possible so they can admit those hidden needs. What are the hidden reasons? So let's go to a business example. So let's say we got a lumber company who is selling lumber to home builders. So you've got a purchasing manager of a home builder who's calling the lumber company and is just price shopping. They're just seeing what kind of deal they can get that's better than their current supplier. Well, that's the admitted need, but that's not the hidden need. What's the hidden need? After you go several whys deep, you end up finding out that the current supplier is not meeting their delivery schedule. Well, why does that matter? Well, because now the home builder is not hitting their production schedule that they need for their customer. Well, why does that matter? Well, because now customers are threatening to cancel, or they're looking for some sort of concession because the homes aren't being built on time. Okay, well, now we get it. Now, the why is huge now. And so it's extremely important as a sales professional to go as many whys deep as possible so that you can provide the ultimate value to your prospects.
I love this, Jason, because it brings something full circle for me. Earlier, you were saying, relationship selling is not the goal. It's not what you believe in. And I agree with that, right? We're trying to improve people's lives. We're trying to improve businesses. But this going 3 whys deep, you really are building a relationship with people. And so I like this because it shows and it gives a roadmap to building a strong relationship that is based on your definition of rapport, on staying on the same page, on helping them meet their needs. But when you're going through all of those whys with somebody and really understanding emotionally how it's connecting to them, you're building a relationship. So this looks like, to me, the correct way to build a business relationship.
Yes, and I love that you just defined it as a business relationship. It's a business relationship that is delivered in a friendly way. It's a business relationship that has a likable tone to it. But again, your goal is not to be their friend, and your goal is not to be liked. Your goal is to achieve their goals of life improvement.